How can you be yourself when you don't even know who you are? Most of you are living the lower version of someone else's life. Emphasis on lower version because you cannot live it better than they can. I mean, it's their life and not yours. So why become a photocopy when you can actually be the original version? Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of seeing this, God just says welcome and thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Chikube Oasoro, and on this channel we do everything and anything personal growth, stepping up and leveling up in our physical life, in our mental health, and in our social life. In today's episode, just as the title suggests, I'll be talking about how we can know ourselves, be ourselves, and develop ourselves. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. The first thing you need to do to know who you are is to know your values and beliefs. Values and beliefs are fundamental principles and convictions that guide our behavior and decision making. They often influence how we see the world, how we act and interact with others. It is important for you to know the values and beliefs that you uphold so you don't become empty and everywhere you go, and everywhere you go anything goes, especially now that everyone is a content creator, everyone is creating content, everyone is teaching, everyone have something to say, and then you don't come online and start standing rubbish. I stand this person is my father, this person is my mentor, it's only this person that will advise me in this life. Mind you, I'm not saying that you should not have people that you look up to. I'm just saying that you should have an originality of yourself, of your own values and beliefs, so that when you look up to people, you look up to them because what they do aligns to your values and to your belief. How can you know your values and your belief? Think about something that you did that made you feel proud or made you feel fulfilled. For example, you helped someone that you're not even in any way affiliated to. You helped a total stranger, you gave them money, and then you feel so happy, you feel so fulfilled that you are able to help. You see, that feeling is just telling you that, oh, you're someone that values helping other people. You're someone that values compassion. You're someone that values giving. Also, identify your role models. Who are your role models? I mean, who do you look up to, or people that you like, or people that you follow, and what are those attributes that they exhibit that you actually love. Now those things will give you a hint of the kind of values that you uphold. Trust me, there are some people that the kind of things you admire about them should be X, but then I'll address that and I'm talking about how to become yourself and how to develop yourself. So let's leave it for when we talk about that. Another way that you can know your values is to examine your passion and interest. What are those activities and topics that you're so passionate about? It could give you a hint of what your value and beliefs are. The number 2 point is to identify your strengths and your weaknesses. What are our strengths and our weaknesses? Strengths and weaknesses can be seen as those personal attributes that significantly influence our behavior, our performance, and our interaction with ourselves and with other people. It is very, very important to know your strengths and your weakness. Trust me. One, because you need to build your strength, you need to become better, and then you need to starve your weaknesses, not allow your weaknesses define you, but you define your weaknesses. You define if procrastination is going to continue being my weakness for the rest of my life or not. Instead of procrastination defining what will be in your life, you will be the one to define it. Also, it helps you know where to channel your energy and your time. But when you don't even know what you're good at and what you're not good at, you don't even know what to do. You're now confused. The number one way to identify your strengths and your weakness is to do a personal inventory. Make a list of all your strengths and all your weaknesses, a list of your talents, a list of your skills, your ability. Because you've made this list, you now know what you should build on, you now know what you should starve, you now know what you should work on, where you need areas you need to improve, and you know areas that are your strong suits that you can pick up this strength and run with it, and those areas that you need to work on. Another way to identify your strengths and weaknesses is to reflect on your performance remark. Think about remarks that you've gotten from work, from friends, even in your academic pursuits, or even from family members. For example, your employer will always say, "Oh, you are doing a great job, or you're never on time." You see, you're good at your job, you're good at what you do, you're doing it right, but you have a problem of poor time management. So now you know that your area, your strength is being creative or having a problem solving skill, but you have a poor time management. So when you think about this recurring compliment, what do people always compliment you about, or what do they always say that you need to work on? When you identify this stuff, it will help you know your strengths and your weaknesses. Another way to identify your strengths and weakness is to experiment and observe. Try new activities or new roles. These new roles and activities will expose you to certain strengths that you do not know that you have, or certain weaknesses that you do not know that you have. For example, you've never tried public speaking and you've always feel like, okay, it's not your thing, it's not your calling, and then you just volunteer. At the end of the program, you realize that people are telling you, "Oh, well, you did well, you spoke well. I never knew you were this fluent. I never knew you were this eloquent. I never knew you were this confident." And then the third point to knowing who you are, knowing yourself, is to understand your emotions. But before we get right into that, if you love this video and you love what you've been hearing, please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe, say it on this comment section that you have subscribed to my channel. So like and subscribe if you haven't. Do it now. All right, so back to our third point, understanding your emotion is very, very important. It is important to understand our emotion as they influence our thoughts. For example, when you're feeling sad, sometimes you start thinking about past experiences, you start regretting certain things that you've done years and years ago just because you are sad. You start feeling like you're not worthy, you're not good enough, you are lonely, nobody cares about you, you are disconnected from people. You start having all those sad thoughts just because you are sad, but that's not even who you are. But because of that emotion, that's feeling of sadness that you're feeling at that moment, are there specific thoughts or people or situation that trigger certain type of feelings? For example, there are certain people that when you are around them, you start feeling anxious, you feel sad, or you start feeling in a type of way insecure, even because they always make you feel like you've not achieved anything for yourself. They are probably doing far, far better than you are, so you're not always comfortable in such gathering. Or you have certain people that you're around there, you feel happy, you feel safe, you feel important. Or you have certain situation, it doesn't have to be people, it can be any situation. So identify what triggers your feeling. Another way that you can understand your emotion is to identify patterns, reoccurring patterns that whenever such things happen, you're always scared, or whenever such things happen, you're always happy, or whenever such thing happen, you're always sad. For example, you're this kind of person, when people criticize you, you don't know how to take critics, and whenever you get critic from someone, you always feel sad. You notice that anytime people criticize you, in fact, there's no time that people criticize you and you don't even try to wait and pick what is important and let it go. You don't even care what type of criticism it is, even if it's from haters or those people that actually care, you just keep feeling sad. You don't know how to control, how to act to public opinions. So you need to understand, and when you understand this, you can either stay away from public opinions. I mean, you can't take it off completely, but you can set a defensive mechanism on how to shield yourself from stuff like that. Now that we've known who we are, we need to become who we are. But then we don't always have to become everything that we are. Yes. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. I mean, for example, there are certain values that we uphold and certain beliefs that we have that should be X'd. And the fact that we have weaknesses does not mean that we should live a weak life or lose good people, good friends, good partners because of your anger issues or because of the emotions that you cannot handle. So you don't always have to become everything that you are. In my next video, we'll talk in-depthly about becoming yourself and developing yourself, because you have to be those things that you need to be, and work on those things that you do not need to be. Hope you enjoyed this video. Turn on the notification button to get notified whenever I post new video. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to drop a comment. Tell me what you think. If you feel there are other ways that we can know who we are, I want to see it on my comment section. See you in my next video. Bye.